Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate today, starting with the Texas Rangers versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Rangers opening up as road favorites at -120. The Pirates plus 110 with the over-under at 9. Rangers coming into this matchup 30-18. The Pirates 25-23. Pitching for the Rangers is Martin Perez with an ERA of 4.01. Pitching for the Pirates is Johan Oviedo with an ERA of 4.69. Perez, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Oviedo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. The Rangers beating Pitt 6-1 yesterday. Nice win for the Rangers. After that loss in the game prior, they're 8-3 on the road right now. Very good road team here. Oviedo's been good on the mound the last 2 games, only giving up 2 runs here, but I still like the Rangers in the way they're playing, and Perez has still been decent on the mound, and I'm going to roll with the Rangers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Arizona opening up as road favorites at -115. The Phillies -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 29-20. The Phillies 22-26. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 2.95. Pitching for the Phillies is Ranger Suarez with an ERA of 10.50. Gallen, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Suarez, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Arizona on a 4-game win streak right now, coming off back-to-back wins against Philly. They've looked very good in this series so far. Gallen, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Suarez, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. I really like the Diamondbacks here. They've been good in this series so far, playing good baseball. I'm going to roll with the Diamondbacks on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Chicago White Sox versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -130. Chicago plus 120 with the over-under at 7.5. The White Sox coming into this matchup 20-30. Cleveland 21-27. Pitching for the White Sox is Michael Kopech with an ERA of 4.83. Pitching for the Guardians is Cal Quantrill with an ERA of 4.06. Kopech, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Quantrill, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. The White Sox, coming off a Cleveland win yesterday, that was a nice win for them. They're 7-3 in their last 10 right now. They're playing well. Getting good underdog value today. A pretty even pitching matchup. Kopech coming off a 0-run game, which definitely is nice here. And I think I would take a shot with the White Sox plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Astros opening up. Actually, it is a pick'em scenario. Both teams at -110 with the over-under at 9. Houston coming into this matchup 28-20. Milwaukee 26-22. Pitching for the Astros is Brandon Bilak with an ERA of 2.89. Pitching for the Brewers is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 3.07. Bilak, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Hauser, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Yeah, tough loss for Houston yesterday, losing 6-0 against Milwaukee. They just couldn't really get it rolling yesterday. That's how it goes. They're still playing very good, 8-1 in their last 9. I mean, Houston's playing great. In a pick'em scenario, a pretty even pitching matchup. I like Houston to bounce back here, and I'm going to roll with the Astros on the road. Next matchup, we've got the San Francisco Giants versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -160. The Giants +135 with the over-under at 7.5. Giants coming into this matchup 24-24. The Twins 25-24. Pitching for the Giants is Anthony DeSclafani with an ERA of 3.09. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 2.25. DeSclafani, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Ryan, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. The Giants on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Minnesota. They looked very good in these 2 games against Minnesota here. Giants 7-1 in their last 8. I mean, they're playing very well right now. I'd say a pretty even pitching matchup here, and I'll take a shot with the Giants +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Cincinnati Reds. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at -150. Cincinnati +135 with the over-under at 11. Cardinals coming into this matchup 22-28. The Reds 20-28. Pitching for the Cardinals is Steven Matz with an ERA of 5.05. Pitching for the Reds is Ben Lively with an ERA of 2.45. Matz, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Lively, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. St. Louis beating the Reds yesterday 8-5. Nice win for them. They are 4-2 against Cincinnati, 4-1 on the road here. I'd say a pretty even pitching matchup. Matt's coming off a 0-run game here, and I think I'm going to lean with the Cardinals on the road. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -200. Toronto +165 with the over-under at 8.5. Toronto coming into this matchup 26-23. The Rays 35-15. Pitching for Toronto is Yusei Kikuchi with an ERA of 4.08. Pitching for the Rays is Shane McClanahan with an ERA of 2.05. Kikuchi, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. McClanahan, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Toronto, a crazy win yesterday for Toronto, winning 20-1. They were just able to hit everything. It was kind of a crazy game here. Their first win in a while. I mean, they were on that 5-game losing streak here. They lost to Tampa Bay the game prior. Don't think they're going to put up 20 runs again here. And love McClanahan on the mound. And I think the Rays definitely bounced back after that horrible game yesterday. And I'm going to roll with the Rays at home. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -125. Baltimore +115 with the over-under at 8.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 31-17. The Yankees 30-20. Pitching for Baltimore is Tyler Wells with an ERA of 2.94. Pitching for the Yankees is Nestor Cortez with an ERA of 5.21. Wells, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Cortez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Baltimore losing to the Yankees yesterday 6-5. Did get the underdog cover though. Pretty even pitching matchup here. And yeah, I think I'll take a shot with the Orioles +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Washington Nationals. Padres opening up as road favorites at -155. Washington plus 130 with the over-under at 9.5. Padres coming into this matchup 22-26. The Nationals 20-28. Pitching for the Padres is Ryan Weathers with an ERA of 3.42. Pitching for the Nationals is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 4.26. Weathers, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Williams, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Padres on a 2-game winning streak right now, coming off a nice win against Washington yesterday, 7-4. They are 8-4 straight up against Washington here. Weathers has been decent on the mound. It's a pretty even pitching matchup on both ends here. But yeah, I think I'm going to lean with the Padres on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 120. The Dodgers plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Dodgers coming into this matchup 31-19. The Braves 29-19. Pitching for the Dodgers is Tony Gonsolin with an ERA of 1.12. Pitching for the Braves is Bryce Elder with an ERA of 2.06. Gonsolin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts, coming off 3 straight 0-run games. Elder, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Dodgers back-to-back wins against the Braves, winning 8-1 yesterday. I mean, they've looked very good in this series here, getting underdog value in both those games. They're 5-1 against Atlanta, 4-1 on the road against Atlanta, and yeah, I mean, Gonsolin's been great. As long as they're going to get underdog value the way they've played, I'll take Dodgers every single day. Give me Dodgers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we get the Detroit Tigers versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at minus 120. Detroit plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Detroit coming into this matchup 21-25. The Royals 15-35. Pitching for the Tigers is Matthew Boyd with an ERA of 6.21. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 4.82. Boyd, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Greinke, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Detroit losing to the Royals yesterday 4-1. That was the Royals' first win in a while, breaking their 4-game losing streak here. Detroit is 4-1 against Kansas City here. I do like Detroit to bounce back. It's a pretty even pitching matchup here, and I'm going to take a shot with the Tigers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Mets minus 105 with the over-under at 6.5. Mets coming into this matchup 25-24. The Cubs 21-26. Pitching for the Mets is Kadai Senga with an ERA of 3.77. Pitching for the Cubs is Marcus Stroman with an ERA of 3.05. Senga, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 12 strikeouts. Stroman, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. The Mets losing 7-2 yesterday against the Cubs. Big win for the Cubs here. The Mets, 0-5 against the Cubs right now. 6-13 on the road against the Cubs, where they really have struggled here. And a pretty even pitching matchup. I think I'm going to lean with the Cubs at home. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Colorado Rockies. Miami opening up as road favorites at minus 170. Colorado plus 145 with the over-under at 11. Marlins coming into this matchup 24-25. The Rockies 21-28. Pitching for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara with an ERA of 5.21. Pitching for the Rockies is Carl Kaufman with an ERA of 8.31. Sandy, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Kaufman, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Miami on a 3-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against Colorado. They're 1-10 on the road against the Rockies here, where they really struggled big time here. And, Sandy really hasn't been that great on the mound this season. And, I would take a shot with the Rockies plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Los Angeles Angels. Boston opening up as road favorites at -115. LA plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Boston coming into this matchup 26-23. The Angels 27-23. Pitching for Boston is James Paxton with an ERA of 2.45. Pitching for the Angels is Tyler Anderson with an ERA of 5.27. Paxton, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Anderson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Boston on a 3-game losing streak right now. Back-to-back losses against the Angels. Angels on a 3-game winning streak right now. And, you're looking at a pretty even pitching matchup, I'd say, here. And I'm going to take a shot with the Angels plus 1.5 at home. Then the last matchup, we've got the Oakland Athletics versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at -280. Oakland plus 245 with the over-under at 8. Oakland coming into this matchup 10-40. The Mariners 24-24. Pitching for Oakland is Ken Waldachuk with an ERA of 6.85. Pitching for the Mariners is Bryce Miller with an ERA of 1.42. Waldachuk, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Miller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. His 2 games prior, he did not allow a run. Oakland 1-9 in their last 10. Back-to-back losses against Seattle. 0-5 against Seattle. 0-9 on the road. Yeah, we're going to roll with the Mariners at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.